No! Where the fuck did
This
you
is
pull
the
that
story
from?
of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a...
I'm sorry, what? No, tell me. A whore? No. No, you would never be that. But why'd you switch it? Like, why'd you switch up all of a sudden then? What do you mean you don't know? I think you do know. Okay, but do you remember why I did that? Here. Ooh, what the hell? Hold on. I did it so you could feel pretty. Okay?
All of his co-workers were
Yeah.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I mean, you don't just send that to anybody. You don't just send that to anybody. You should just like,
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
You feel better? Good. Right, no. Because you're fake. I still loved it though, so yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
You know, you said that last time. Like, you ended up fucking crying, so I don't know.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly
I said you said
captivating
that like
even
a
though
few
all
months
you're
ago,
but
and
eager
then
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
you know nothing happened. No, I mean something did happen, and then here we are.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I love you too. More, actually, more. Yeah. Got you there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yo, fuck this guy. What's his problem?
All of his
Yeah,
co-workers were
I'm
gone.
streaming it. Good luck.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No
Yeah,
matter
me
how
too.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
You were... What the hell?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know. It's Stanley fuck. I don't know.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I would love to. So wait, when do I? No? Okay. What? Oh my god, you're fucking funny. You think you're so funny. Try to do it to me. Oh my god, hold on.
Coming to his office, stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I said, how'd you know what I typed the first time? Wait, I can't see anymore. Wait. What the fuck is this game?
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest. as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I mean, I saw Markiplier play this, but I don't think... Like, I think that was like...
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What the fuck? Escape?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What the hell am I playing? Holy shit.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Does this say Stanley on there? Why is it all black and blue? That's so weird. But they're all dead. Are they? Are they dead? Employee fired. Who got fired?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
There's only been 2 people fired.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Never.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Believe it or not, my own girlfriend actually hates me, guys.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Please don't hurt me. Please. Please don't hurt me.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine.
Let me turn it off. I was just kidding.
Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off.
What the fuck?
And leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Playing as Stanley. And the narrator's just fucking with us or something, I don't know.
About me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to...
You know what, let's search up the code for this, because I don't know it. Is it Stanley Parable? We'll find out. It's 2845, the same thing as the boss's room.
There you go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
2.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
This guy's a dickhead.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control, but I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
Dude, I don't think I can get the code.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me.
You know what?
All apart.
It's still going. Is it still going? We're gonna begin from the ending.